What's up everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about the Traveler by Held Closely. I've used my Traveler for about 2 years now, and in that time I've put together some thoughts about what I like and don't like about the bag. TLDR, this bag is not in my regular rotation anymore. Despite solid construction and incredibly nice ownership, there are some drawbacks that really keep me from loving this bag. Let's start with what I like about the Traveler. First of all, it is ultra light, weighing in at just under a pound or 15 ounces. For comparison, here's a close approximate of a Herschel bag that weighs about just under a pound and a half or 21 ounces. The weight really highlights the rugged and super durable ultra material that this bag is predominantly constructed of. In use and even just feeling the bag, you get the sense that the Traveler is going to take whatever you throw at it, and not only the material but the seams, the zips, the pockets, etc. It's a really well made and well constructed bag. With use and over time, the bag starts to develop this nice patina in the form of creases and maybe some loss of color, which, like a good pair of denim, really adds character and builds a unique product for each individual who uses it. The Traveler holds a deceptive amount of my crap, including a couple days worth of clothes. I wouldn't use this as any more than a weekend bag. I think a day and a half worth of clothes is really the max that can fit in here. It holds my toiletries, it holds my tech gear. There is a laptop sleeve, though I will not be loading a laptop in today. And it comes with this nice little pouch that I typically use for razors and maybe other items that I don't want getting mixed up or that I can quickly access. So you can see now that it's packed out. It has gained a considerable amount of weight because obviously clothes. It has also gained a bit of width here. One of the cool features of this bag is the ability to expand storage by unzipping the bottom and widening it. As you see here, I've created a lot of space just by opening up that zipper, and now I'm able to pack in even more. This expansion zipper is a cool gimmick that you usually see on roller luggage, and it's pretty cool to see it applied on a smaller bag. I also really like the stretch mesh pocket that's secured by this fidlock. The pocket is secure enough and deep enough to hold a pretty big water bottle. I believe this is 750 milliliters of water that can go right in here and stay secured with the fidlock. But the pocket is also flexible enough to take whatever you're willing to throw in there. Here's a box for some reason. At first I was a little hesitant to accept the fidlock closure, but it's actually super snappy and nice. It secures via magnet, so you just need to get it in line with the secure attachment point and it clips right in, as you can see, and it doesn't pull out very easily. So you have to pull up and then out to open it, and as you can see, it just snapped right in. And there is an adjustment on it as well. You can slide this down if you wanted to tighten it up, which keeps smaller items from falling out of place. However, I would not be entirely comfortable storing keys or headphones in here, and that's where the second pocket comes into play. It's zip secured, so this is where you can throw your smaller items without any fear of losing them or having them slip out. The strap adjustment is G-hook based, and it is extremely secure, and the shoulder strap has a ton of utility loops that, well, function as utility loops, but are actually used for adjusting the length of the strap with the G-hook. If you wanted to, you could buckle all sorts of carabiners for water bottles and various accessories onto the strap, but it sort of defeats the look of the bag, which is, at least I appreciate as being stealthy and quite pleasing to look at. So in both form and function, I'm really a fan of the Traveler. Now let's get into some of the Traveler's downsides. We're gonna start with the G-hook, which is, as I mentioned before, super secure, but a bit finicky to adjust. So you can see that there is a little slot in the bag here where the excess of the hook can be stowed. And so to adjust the bag, it's a matter of disengaging the G-hook and sliding to find the right position. To do that generally means the bag has to come off, especially when it's under load. The bag comes off, the hook is unclipped, you make adjustment, and then you re-clip the hook. Doing that without the bag on the body means maybe making multiple micro adjustments. So putting on, taking off, adjusting, putting on, taking off, adjusting, etc. Now that I've got the hook adjusted, it's a bit longer than I would like at this point. So in order to change it, you see, this is a bit difficult. So now I'm taking it off and adjusting the hook. I've become so used to slide buckle straps that having a G-hook, despite it being super secure and actually a really interesting design choice, just seems to create more work than I'm used to when using a bag of this type. In the environments I'm in, not having the ability to quickly adjust the strap is sort of a deal breaker. So now that the bag is packed out, you can see that it's a bit cumbersome. When it's packed out, there's quite a bit of bulk back here. And really all I can do to navigate dense urban areas when I'm wearing a bag like this is to sling it around the front of my body or around the back of my body. Could also wear it over my shoulder, over a single shoulder rather than across the chest. So you're a bit limited in the options you have for carrying, and that's compounded by the lack of additional carry options other than this main shoulder strap. I think a grip handle here might have been nice, or maybe some handles on the side to grab, to just hold it different ways so I'm not just limited to holding it over my shoulder or across my chest. If I wanted to hold it like a briefcase, like this, I'd have to go in here and adjust the strap, which, as I mentioned before, is not always the most efficient thing or easiest thing to do. I appreciate a bag that has a lot of grip and wear options, and I feel like this one just becomes a little cumbersome. Again, I think a couple of other carrying options might have benefited this bag. Also, to an earlier point about the strap, I think a quick adjustment option may have been nice as well. If I wanted to quickly adjust this, ratchet this into a closer to body bag or a handbag, I think that would be advantageous. I also have to mention the price at $350 for the 34 liter of this bag, which I have here. I bought this bag with my own money, and $350 for this bag is anywhere between $50 and $100 more expensive than similar offerings from competing brands such as Matador, Air, or Peak Design. You're definitely paying a premium for this. Granted, it is made by a small business and the construction is top-notch, so you might say the premium is worth it. All right, and that sums it up. Let me know what you think about the Traveler. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. And as always, thank you for your continued support. If you'd like to further support the channel, make sure you subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching.